Have you ever felt like the world was fading to gray? Like a single, lonely leaf drifting in the autumn wind? That's where we find Lucas, sitting on a park bench, the vibrant colors of fall seeming to mock his own despondent mood. The world felt heavy, and he felt utterly alone in it. He just sat there, watching the leaves fall, each one a tiny reminder of something lost, something ended. The crisp air felt sharp, and the laughter of others in the distance sounded like a language he no more longer understood. He was just a silhouette against the backdrop of life that was moving on without him. It's a feeling many of us know, that quiet isolation when you're surrounded by people but feel invisible. Then, something shifted. It wasn't a grand event, just a small, everyday struggle. An elderly woman, her arms laden with heavy grocery bags, was finding it difficult to walk. One of her bags slipped, and an apple rolled toward Lucas's feet. For a moment, he just stared at it, but then, something stirred within him. He got up, picked up the apple, and he rushed over to help her. He took the bags from her, his own forgotten sadness momentarily replaced by the simple task of carrying her load. When they reached her doorstep, she turned to him, her face etched with wrinkles of a life well lived, and he gave him the most genuine, grateful smile. In that small, simple moment, a flicker of light sparked in Lucas's eyes. It was faint, but it was there, a tiny ember of connection in the cold gray of his world. That single spark was all it took. Lucas started seeing opportunities everywhere, not as burdens, but as chances to connect. He began performing small acts of kindness throughout his village. When a sudden downpour started, he shared his umbrella with a stranger caught in the rain. He saw his neighbors struggling with their overgrown garden, and he spent an afternoon helping them pull weeds and plant new flowers. He held the door open, offered a compliment, listened to someone's story. With each act, something magical happened. It was as if he was a painter, and with every kind gesture, he was adding a stroke of vibrant color back into his own world. The gray began to recede, replaced by warm yellows, bright blues, and rich greens. The world wasn't just changing around him, it was changing within him. The change was gradual, but profound. The more he gave, the more he received, not in material things, but in something far more valuable, a sense of purpose. The heavy feeling in his chest began to lift, replaced by a lightness he hadn't felt in so long. He started to notice the beauty around him again, the way the sun filtered through the trees, the sound of birds singing in the morning, the friendly waves from people he'd helped. He was no more longer a lonely observer. He was a part of the community, a thread woven into the beautiful tapestry of his town. His own problems didn't just disappear, but they seemed smaller, more manageable, when viewed through the lens of connection and the surface. Finally, one evening, Lucas found himself standing on a hill overlooking the town. The windows of the houses below glowed with a warm, inviting light. He looked out at the village that he had helped to brighten, and in turn had brightened him. His heart was full, not with sadness, but with an overwhelming sense of gratitude. He realized that hope wasn't something you find. It's something you build, by reaching out and lifting others up, by sharing a little bit of his own strength even when he felt he had none. He had inadvertently built a ladder for himself. He had found his own hope, not by looking inward in isolation, but by looking outward with compassion. And as he stood there, watching the stars begin to appear in the twilight sky, Lucas knew he was no more longer alone. He was home. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please consider liking and subscribing for more content that explores the power of human connection. Remember, even the smallest act of kindness can change our world, especially your own. See you next time.